Inside the Me-262 jet fighter war tales. You think war is all about grit, bullets, and bravery. But I'll tell you this. The first time I sat inside the cockpit of a Messerschmitt Me-262, I realized war was also about speed. Raw, deafening, unholy speed. It was 1945. The Third Reich was collapsing, but they still had one last devil to throw at the sky, the world's first operational jet fighter. And I, a Luftwaffe test pilot with trembling hands and a haunted past, was ordered to fly it. What happened on my final mission in that jet would never make it into history books. But it damn well should have. I was Hauptmann Elias Richter, 28 years old, and already older than most of my squadron, because they were all dead. The Allies had turned Germany into a graveyard. By late 1944, Hitler was desperate. Desperate enough to greenlight the Me-262 Schwalbe, a jet fighter decades ahead of anything in the sky. The problem? It was rushed, unstable, and deadly, sometimes more to its pilots than to the enemy. I had flown Focke-Wulfs and Bf-109s over the Channel, survived dogfights over Stalingrad, and watched friends fall like burning leaves. But nothing prepared me for the monster I was assigned to test at Lechfeld Airfield. Think of it as riding a dragon, my mechanic Otto told me, slapping the sleek metallic frame. Except this one might bite your head off. From the outside, the Me-262 was beautiful. Twin Junkers Jumo engines under swept wings, a shark-like nose, and 4 30mm cannons. But inside, it was cramped, loud, and pulsing with barely contained violence. On March 3, 1945, I received a direct order: intercept and destroy a formation of American B-17s heading for Augsburg. Intelligence said the bombers would be lightly escorted. But by now, I didn't trust intelligence. What I did trust was the Me-262's speed. It could outpace any Mustang or Thunderbolt. Problem was, it couldn't outturn them. I took off just after dawn, my heartbeat matching the RPMs of those vicious jet turbines. The runway blurred beneath me, then disappeared. In moments, I was climbing at 540 miles per hour, twice the speed of most piston engine fighters. The sky ahead was alive with thunder. A black cloud of flak framed the silver dots of the B-17s. I closed in. My radar pinged. 5 bogies, 3,000 feet above. I broke through the clouds and saw them, a V formation of flying fortresses, lumbering like steel whales. But they weren't alone. From their flanks, 6 P-51 Mustangs dove toward me. The real escort. And they saw me before I could fire. "Skies," I hissed, banking hard left. They came at me with a fury I hadn't felt in years. Their .50 caliber guns lit the sky. I pushed the throttle. The Me-262 screamed forward like a bullet from hell. One of the Mustangs overshot and I swung back around, cannon blazing. I hit one. Fireball. Gone. But the others were smarter. 2 closed in from behind. The Me-262 wasn't agile. It was a racer, not a dancer. I took a hit in the left engine. Warning lights screamed. I was bleeding altitude, but I wasn't dead yet. I had 1 shot left. Smoke filled the cockpit. My left engine was gone, but the right was still holding. I banked through a hail of tracer fire, skimming the bomber formation. My cannons barked, 2, 3 bursts, and 1 B-17 belched flames from its midsection. But then I saw it, a Mustang, marked red on the nose, climbing straight toward me. Its pilot was good. Too good. We danced through the clouds, him trying to cut off my loops, me bleeding altitude like a dying bird. I recognized his style. He flew with deadly calm. I took 1 more shot. My cannons hit nothing. Suddenly, he was on my 6. I pulled the stick hard, too hard. The G-force blurred my vision. Then came the sound. Not of metal. Not of guns. A voice. My radio crackled to life. "You're not getting out of this, jet boy." An American. He was taunting me. I couldn't outrun him now. Not with 1 engine. So I did the unthinkable. I killed the engine. The Me-262 went silent, dropping like a stone. The Mustang overshot, confused. I counted seconds in freefall. 1, 2, 3. Then I reignited the right engine. It coughed, stuttered, and then roared. I yanked the stick. The jet climbed like a demon reborn. Now I was behind him. I squeezed the trigger. Nothing. Out of ammo. The Mustang began to turn. I only had one weapon left, the plane itself. I aimed for his tail. Metal screamed against metal. My wing clipped his stabilizer. His Mustang spun out, smoke trailing, spiraling toward the forest below. Mine wasn't much better. I was going down too. I ejected at 2,000 feet. The air hit like a punch. The Me-262 crashed a mile off, exploding in a bloom of fire. I landed in the snow, shivering, dazed. A farmer found me by nightfall and dragged me to his barn. I never flew again. The war ended weeks later. Our Luftwaffe squadrons were grounded. Most Me-262s were captured or destroyed. But I survived. Years later, I visited an air museum in Ohio. There, polished and suspended in a sterile hangar, was a pristine Me-262. And beside it, a restored P-51 Mustang, red nose and all. The plaque read, "Pilots unknown." Both survived. I smiled. He made it too. War isn't just death and numbers. It's stories, moments, encounters that defy logic and luck. Inside the Me-262, I felt both power and terror. I flew faster than any man had flown in combat. And in that moment, with flames behind me and death in front, I outwitted a better pilot, not with bullets, but with instinct. Some say the Me-262 came too late to change the war. Maybe so. But for one final mission, for one desperate soul in a doomed sky, it changed everything.